Hey guys, it's me again. I'm here with a Vanguard deck profile. I know you guys kind of know me for Yu-Gi-Oh at this point, but I kind of shifted over to Vanguard, just a little more cost-effective, in my opinion, a little more fun to play. So my deck of choice nowadays is Bermuda Triangle. I don't run the Ride Chain, and I'm definitely looking forward to Prisms, and that's probably what this deck is going to become. However, for now, I'll just show you my little Reindear yada yada thing. So my starting Vanguard's Waddell. She has the usual effect, play something on her, she calls back. And then what she can do is she can go to Soul and then return something to the hand. Very simple, and it fits very well with the scheme of this deck. So there's the starting Vanguard. For triggers, I basically just run the Drive Quartet. Sorry, the table's being a little bit weird right now. A little sticky. So, get over here. Okay, so for draw, you know the deal. If you're on Drive Quartet, this is usually what you'd run. So 4 draw, 4 stand, 4 crit. I wanted to bump this up to 8 crit because that's just my play style. And then the usual 4 heal. So let me clean this off and we'll get over to the grade 1s. I know this probably isn't as smooth as a lot of Vanguard videos, but hey, cut me some slack. This is my first real deck profile. So that covers the zeros. Now we're on to the fun stuff, the ones. So 4 of the vanilla 8s. Sedna, she's getting a reprint in the new set along with an alternate art, but I prefer the original myself. So we'll put her over here for the, or we'll just put her over here for the 4 Mirtoas. This is where Waddell comes in handy because when she hits the field, she's a Dark Cat clone. She's a 7k booster that when she hits the field, each player can draw one. And that's just very useful in this deck because Bermuda likes to accumulate their hand. So 4 of her in my opinion at least. Almost done here. I can only get my hands on 2, however this would probably become 4. 2 of the grade 1 Pearl Sister. When she gets played, she can give the grade 2 a very nice effect of Soul Charge and then draw. And then the grade 2, we'll get to the grade 2 in a little bit. Ideally I'd play 4, however I only got my hands on 2 since she's a double R, I'm a budget player. Next, I personally run 3 Ellies. I know a lot of people say to run 4 in Bermuda, and 4 runs in Bermuda pretty well. However, I just got my hands on 3. Maybe I'll get my hands on a 4th out of that next extra booster coming out in about 2 weeks or so. Alright, now for the fun part, moving on to the grade 2s. I got my hands on 3 Top Idol Aquas, one of which is SP. That was a gift to me, and it's very nice. It's my little beauty. So yeah, I run 3. I don't run 4. I may run 4 in Prisms, because Prism are more beat down. However, I found the grade 2 space to be pretty restrictive in this. I got my hands on 1 Rio, because she, I swear, is the hardest card to get your hands on for Bermudas. You got your Perfect Shield, and then you got Rio, and Rio is just a bugger to get, but she's very good. She has the whole, if she goes back to hand, you could Soul Charge and then draw. I believe that's her effect. Or it's when she gets played down. 2 of the grade 2 Pearl Sister. Basically, the grade 1 can give that effect, and then her effect is you could Soul Blast 1 and then return a Bermuda to your hand. So you return the grade 1, and then you play the grade 1 next turn, and it becomes this little nifty draw engine for you. Ideally 4 of her, but I only have 2. I try to match the numbers. 3 of my Spheria Interceptors. Izumi, you'll get your hands on her very easily. She's a common in the extra booster. You'll get, pretty much all of this deck comes out of, actually all of this deck comes out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. And then my next one, this is a personal preference. 3 Flutes. She's your 11k attacker. She has saved my life multiple times. She's pretty much the only reason I can win matches in tournaments. No joke. Okay, so now for the grade 3s. This is what all of you are waiting for. I'll go through the fillers and then I'll cover the ace. So my ideal rear guard, my 2 Super Idol Serums. She's the Counterblast 1, gain 3k. She works very well with, here, I'll just go ahead and do an example. I'll move one away. She works very, very, very well with Sedna in the back row, because Sedna will boost, becoming that AK, and then Counterblast 1, she swings at 13, that's 21, which is a perfect number for a lot of situations. Next, Top Idol Pacifica. She used to be my main, except I don't really like relying on Mega Blast cards, and she was a triple R, so she was very hard to get my hands on. I had to box break for 2 of her, really. She was just more of an inconvenience, and she's very nice because her effect is she Soul Charges, you draw a card, and then put a card on the bottom of your deck, so it's very nice. Now, Ideally, I'd run 4 of this one. I would even swap out my serums for her. Lena. She's a double R out of the set. She's kind of a Sakuya clone in the fact that you play her, every single rearguard Bermuda Triangle will go back up to your hand, and she, as long as there are 4 more Bermuda rearguards, she will swing at a cross-ride level, that being 13. So she's very useful. I'd recommend 4 of her if you're to build the deck. Now, I'm playing the budget build, so here we go. 4 Velvet Voice Reindeers. There's a reason you run 4. When she drive checks and that hits a grade 3, here's what you can do. Let's say we have, this Sedna in hand, and then, these 3 out. So this swings, and then we will drive check a grade 3. Now what she could do is she can return a Bermuda Triangle rearguard. So return this, and then she could play any Bermuda Triangle from your hand. This could be either that Sedna, or literally it could be that same Reindeer, and it gets played in stand in order to attack again. It's a very useful card, very budget. I think she's only $1/4 a copy at this point. She's very fun. Ideally, this is my favorite ace to play for Bermuda, up until Labrador, which is going to be very good, and you guys can check back with me when I get that Prism deck. So, once again, ace being Reindeer, very usual Bermuda deck. Thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping to come back. We may do a few other deck profiles later. Alright, that's about it. Signing off. See ya.